Have you ever woken up one morning, looked around your home and thought, is this it now? Just me, my thoughts, and the same four walls every day. If you have, you're not alone, not even close. Living alone after 70 isn't a rare situation anymore. In fact, more and more seniors are finding themselves navigating life solo, either by choice or by circumstances they didn't expect. And while there's a quiet beauty in independence, it's also easy to feel a bit unsettled, maybe even a little unsure. The truth is, being alone doesn't have to mean being lonely. It also doesn't have to mean giving up your confidence, your joy, or your ability to live life on your own terms. You can still be sharp, strong, self-sufficient, and deeply fulfilled. And it all starts with a few surprisingly simple shifts in how you approach each day. Let's talk about it, real talk, not sugar-coated advice or unrealistic routines. Just what actually works for folks like you, people who want to stay in control of their own life and feel good while doing it. If you're over 70 and living alone, or know someone who is, you're going to want to hear this. There are some truly effective tricks that can help you feel independent and confident again, starting right now. So let's dive into the first one. One of the biggest things that affects how independent you feel isn't your physical ability, it's your space. That's right. Your home environment plays a massive role in your confidence and how easily you can do things on your own. Think about it. Is your home supporting your lifestyle or making it harder than it needs to be? Maybe you've still got high cabinets you have to stretch to reach, or that old rug in the hallway that keeps catching your foot. These little things may not seem like a big deal until one of them trips you up, literally. And nothing shakes your confidence faster than a fall or a near miss. So the first trick is simple. Make your home work for you. You don't have to do a full renovation. It's often about small, thoughtful adjustments. Lower that frequently used shelf. Add motion sensor lights in dark areas. Place non-slip mats in the bathroom. Install grab bars by the toilet or shower. Make your most used items easy to reach. You deserve a space that helps you move freely and safely, not one that causes stress. These changes don't just prevent accidents. They silently boost your confidence every single day. You start moving through your home with more ease, and that ease adds up to freedom. Now, once your space is supporting you, the next step is to get your body doing the same thing. And I don't mean starting some intense exercise program that promises six-pack abs. No one's asking you to run a marathon. But regular, light physical activity is a powerful way to maintain your independence, especially if you're living alone. Let's be honest, when you're by yourself most of the time, it's easy to slow down. Maybe you sit a little longer, skip the walk today because it's cloudy, then tomorrow, then next week. Before you know it, your legs feel stiff, your back aches, and even standing up from a chair feels like a project. But here's the beautiful part, your body responds so quickly to movement, and it doesn't take much. 10 to 15 minutes of gentle stretching in the morning can change your entire day. A short walk around the block or even around the house keeps your joints lubricated, your circulation flowing, and your confidence rising. You start feeling capable again. You trust your body more. That's the key. There's also something deeply empowering about knowing you're strong enough to take care of yourself physically. It sends a message to your brain that says, I've got this. Whether it's carrying a bag of groceries, getting in and out of bed, or reaching for something on a shelf, these moments feel easier when you've got some movement in your routine. And here's a tip that might surprise you. Doing these little exercises in the morning while your coffee is brewing, or while you wait for the kettle to whistle, makes it feel like a natural part of your day rather than a chore. You're not carving out a big workout window. You're just blending movement into what you already do. And it works. Now I know what you might be thinking. Okay, that sounds good, but what about the days when I just don't feel like doing anything? That's where another part of the puzzle comes in. One that's just as important as your physical space and your physical body. And that's your daily structure, or more accurately, your purpose. Without some kind of structure or purpose in the day, time can feel empty. That sense of drifting where 1 hour melts into the next can slowly chip away at your confidence. You start questioning whether you're still useful, still needed, still growing. But I want you to hear this clearly. Your value doesn't vanish just because you're alone or retired. You still matter. What you do still matters. And creating a rhythm to your day helps remind you of that. That doesn't mean packing every minute with tasks. It simply means having a few things to look forward to. Anchors in your day that give it shape. Maybe it's a morning routine where you get dressed, open the windows, and water your plants. Maybe it's calling your sister at lunchtime, reading a chapter of a book after tea, or spending 15 minutes tidying a drawer. These may seem small, but they're powerful. Having these little touch points gives your day meaning and gives you control. You're not reacting to the day, you're shaping it. That brings confidence. That makes you feel like, yes, I'm still steering my own ship. It's also helpful to keep something just for you, a hobby, a craft, or a creative outlet that lights you up inside. Whether it's painting, journaling, sewing, gardening, or even learning something new online. When you engage your mind and hands, you're fueling a part of yourself that often gets ignored when you live alone. You start feeling alive again, not just existing. And as you do that, as you create a space that works for you, keep your body moving and build in small but meaningful structure to your day, something magical starts to happen. You begin to trust yourself more. You start to feel proud again, capable. You catch yourself smiling a little more. And that's not a small thing. That's the feeling we're after, that quiet, steady confidence that says, I can do this. So let's keep going because we're just getting started. Picking up right where we left off, it all begins with trusting yourself again, feeling that spark of confidence as you move through your day. And part of that confidence comes from knowing you're never truly alone, even when you live by yourself. That's right, connection is trickier to maintain when you're the only one in your home, but it's also more essential than ever. Imagine this. You wake up, do your morning stretches, and then sit down with your cup of tea feeling calm and ready. But after that, the day can feel long, can't it? That's why the third trick is about weaving connection into your solo life. It isn't about forcing yourself to be everywhere at once or stuffing your calendar with every activity under the sun. It's about choosing a few meaningful ways to keep in touch, on your terms, at your own pace. Maybe it starts with a weekly coffee date with an old friend. Picture yourself dialing your buddy, catching up on the grandkids, swapping stories of remember when, and laughing at the same old punchlines that never get old. You're not committing to a big event, you're simply carving out a slice of time that's yours, dedicated to hearing someone else's voice, sharing yours, and reminding your heart that relationships still matter. And if that coffee date can be in person, great. But if distance or weather or mobility stands in the way, a video call works beautifully too. Seeing a familiar face, even on a screen, lights up your brain in a way that text messages simply can't. Then there's the idea of becoming part of a group, one that matches your interests. It could be a book club that meets at the local library, or even an online forum for gardening enthusiasts. Maybe you've always wanted to learn watercolor painting, and there's a community class at the senior center. When you engage with others around a shared passion, you feel connected, useful, and energized. You start looking forward to that Tuesday afternoon chat. You discover new friends who care about the same things you do, and you realize you're still part of something bigger than yourself. Of course, it doesn't all have to be structured conversations or formal meetups. The small stuff counts too. A quick check-in text to your neighbor, just "good morning, hope you're well," can brighten both your day and theirs. Catching up at the pharmacy or at the grocery aisle can feel surprisingly warm. As long as you're open to short, friendly chats, these tiny moments of human contact sprinkled throughout your week remind you that the world is still full of smiling faces and kind words. Now, keeping that sense of connection alive goes hand in hand with feeling confident in today's world. And that brings us to the fourth trick, mastering a bit of technology. Technology often gets a bad rap, complex, confusing, too fast-moving. But it's also the gateway to independence. Think about how easy it is to manage bill payments online, look up a prescription refill, or have groceries delivered without leaving your front door. Suddenly, things that once required a long outing or messy paperwork can be handled with a few taps or clicks. It all starts with a device, a smartphone or a tablet, and a little curiosity. If you haven't already, consider asking a tech-savvy relative or friend to spend an afternoon showing you the basics: how to touch the screen, open apps, send messages, and make video calls. You might be surprised at how quickly you pick it up. And once you've got those basics down, it's empowering. You can check the weather before you head out. You can stream your favorite music or old movies on demand. You can look up recipes or health information whenever you need it. No waiting on hold, no printed manuals. The beauty here is that technology becomes a tool for self-reliance. You're not fumbling with overloaded tote bags full of documents to renew a license. You're not stranded if the TV remote disappears under the couch. You're at home, in control, and still a part of the vibrant digital world that's buzzing all around you. And that sense of mastery, of having the world at your fingertips, boosts your confidence in a way that's both practical and deeply satisfying. And yes, there will be days when things go sideways. Maybe the Wi-Fi acts up. Maybe an app updates itself right when you need it most. That's okay. The trick here is to build a safety net. Save your important passwords in a secure app. Keep a printed list of emergency numbers on the fridge and have one person you can call if you get stuck. These little safety nets keep tech frustrations from turning into full-blown stress. so you can keep riding the wave of independence. So far, we've created a home that supports you, kept your body moving and your days purposeful, woven connection into your routine, and harnessed the power of modern technology. Each trick adds a little more fuel to your flame of confidence, lighting the path toward greater independence. And as these first 4 pieces click into place, something magical begins to happen. A renewed sense of self emerges. You're not just living alone, you're thriving on your own. But there's more to come, because independence isn't just about what you do, it's also about how you think, and how you prepare for life's unexpected moments. Stay with me, because next we'll explore 2 more tricks that will round out your toolkit. Building resilience in your mind and planning for the future so you can face each day with calm assurance. These final pieces will tie everything together, making you feel ready for anything life throws your way. Let's keep the momentum going and discover what comes next. Picking up right where we left off, you've already begun to shape your home into a supportive haven. Stay active in small but meaningful ways. Weave purpose into each day, connect with others on your terms, and master a little technology to keep the world within arm's reach. Those first 4 tricks lay a powerful foundation for living alone after 70. Now let's explore 2 more practices that build on everything you've done so far: mindset resilience and thoughtful planning, so you can face each day with calm assurance and steady confidence. First, let's talk about mindset resilience. Life will always throw you curveballs, an unexpected bill, a sudden health scare, or simply a day when the world feels heavy. When you're living alone, these moments can hit harder because you don't have someone immediately at your side to share the load. That's why cultivating mental flexibility and emotional strength is trick number 5. It sounds a bit lofty, but it's really about simple daily habits that keep you mentally agile and emotionally balanced. One powerful way to do this is through a short gratitude practice each morning or evening. It doesn't need to be a formal journal you keep hidden away, unless that appeals to you. It can be as simple as pausing with your morning coffee and thinking, "Today I'm thankful for," and naming 2 or 3 things, big or small. Perhaps you're grateful for the sunlight streaming in, the call you had with a friend, or even the taste of your favorite fruit. That tiny pause rewires your brain to notice good things, even when life feels challenging. Over time, you'll find yourself spotting small joys throughout the day. A bird at your window, the softness of a blanket, the way your houseplant has grown. That steady drift toward positivity makes you more resilient when tougher times arrive. Another piece of mindset resilience is learning to reframe setbacks. Imagine you spill a cup of tea on the kitchen floor. You could let it ruin your morning, feeling clumsy and frustrated, or you could see it as a reminder to move more mindfully, take a breath and carry on. That shift from "why does this always happen to me?" to "okay, let me handle this and keep going" makes all the difference. If you catch yourself slipping into negative self-talk, gently pause and ask, "Is there another way to view this?" This simple question pulls you out of a downward spiral and back into problem-solving mode, which feels so much more empowering. In the same spirit, consider adding a short relaxation break into your day. It might be 5 minutes of deep breathing in your favorite armchair, a moment of gentle stretching before bed, or listening to a soothing song that lifts your mood. These mini breaks give your mind a chance to reset, keeping anxiety from building up. And when stress does come, you'll already have built a pattern of calm that you can tap into. The combination of gratitude, reframing, and regular relaxation forms a mental toolkit you carry with you, one that helps you meet each challenge with poise. Now let's move on to trick number 6, thoughtful planning. Independence thrives on preparation. When you have a roadmap for potential bumps in the road, you feel safer and more in control. And that sense of control is a bedrock of confidence. Thoughtful planning here covers a few key areas: health, finances, and emergencies. Starting with health, make a simple, easy-to-access folder, either physical in a drawer or digital on your device, that contains your medical information. A list of current medications, doctors' names and contacts, insurance details, and any allergies or chronic conditions. Keep it up to date so if you need a quick reference, you're not scrambling. It's also a good idea to schedule regular checkups in advance, perhaps once a year for a full checkup and periodically for vision and hearing screenings. Mark those appointments on your calendar or set reminders on your phone so they don't sneak up on you. On the financial side, it helps to set up automatic payments for your recurring bills, utilities, insurance, mortgage, or rent, so you don't have to worry about missing due dates. For expenses that can't be automated, like groceries and prescription refills, choose one day each week to make a simple list and get them done. This steady rhythm keeps surprises at bay. You might also want to meet with a financial advisor or trusted family member once a year to review your budget, ensure your investments or savings are on track, and update your will or power of attorney documents if anything has changed. Emergency planning might feel a bit heavy, but it's a gift to yourself. Create a short, clear emergency plan. Decide who you'll call if you have a fall. Keep a list of neighbors or friends who live nearby and place it in a highly visible spot, like on the fridge. Consider wearing a medical alert device if it brings you peace of mind, and talk through the plan with 1 or 2 people you trust, so they know exactly what to do. When unexpected situations arise, you won't feel panicked. You'll have a clear set of steps to follow. Putting these plans in place might take an afternoon, but the payoff is remarkable. You'll find your days run smoother, your mind stays calmer, and your confidence grows because you can handle whatever comes. When living alone after 70, that kind of security is invaluable. So there you have it. Trick 5 to nurture your mental resilience, and Trick 6 to prepare for life's twists and turns with thoughtful planning. At this point, you have a toolbox of 6 simple yet powerful practices. A home that supports you, gentle movement woven into your routine, a clear sense of purpose each day, regular connection with others, a resilient mindset, and a solid preparation plan. Each piece reinforces the others, creating a life where independence and confidence flourish, no matter what. Next, we'll bring all of this together, weaving these tricks into your daily life so they don't feel like extra chores, but natural parts of how you live. We'll also share a few final words of encouragement to keep you motivated on this journey. Stay with me for the final part, where we'll celebrate your progress and set you up to live your best life on your own terms. Picking up right where we left off, it's time to weave these 6 tricks into your everyday rhythm so they become second nature, not extra chores. Imagine starting each morning by gently moving through your home, a place you've already arranged to support you safely, with a mind that's primed for gratitude and optimism. As you sip your coffee, you're also glancing at that folder of medical details you created, knowing it's up to date. That moment of pause does more than check something off a list. It reminds you that you're prepared, capable, and in charge of your own well-being. Later in the day, perhaps after a brief stretch session in the living room while the kettle boils, you reach for your tablet. You open your favorite music app or a video chat with a friend, and suddenly the world feels closer. No rush, no pressure, just a pleasant connection that you control. Then, when the sun dips low, you might pick up your gardening gloves or your paintbrush, engaging with a hobby that lights up your spirit. In each of these moments, you're practicing those first 4 tricks: a supportive home, gentle movement, purposeful anchors, meaningful connection, and comfortable technology. They flow together like familiar footsteps on a well-worn path. As evening arrives, find a cozy chair or your favorite spot by the window. Take a minute to remember a few good things from the day. Maybe the warmth of that video call, the satisfaction of a completed task, or even just a good cup of tea. That gratitude practice is trick number 5 in action, grounding you in positivity before you rest. And if any worries sprout up about tomorrow's appointments or the little surprises life can bring, you've already lined up your emergency plan and your list of who to call. That thoughtful planning, trick number 6, gives your mind permission to unwind. Over time, these 6 practices work in harmony. Your home adapts to your needs, your body stays flexible, your days have purpose, your heart stays connected, your mind stays resilient, and your plans keep you secure. You'll notice something wonderful happening. Confidence doesn't come in fits and starts. It builds steadily, day by day, until you realize you're facing each morning not with hesitation, but with a quiet certainty that you can handle whatever comes next. Maybe you'll smile as you slide the non-slip mat into place in the bathroom, recalling how a tiny change prevented a tumble. Or you'll laugh as you stretch beside the window, remembering how that simple habit made reaching overhead feel effortless again. You might feel a gentle rush of pride when you update your medical folder after a checkup, knowing you've taken charge of your health. All these little moments become milestones of your independence, woven into the fabric of your life. And here's the real beauty of it. None of these steps require you to be someone you're not. You don't need to sprint or scale mountains. You don't have to join 10 clubs or become a tech wizard overnight. You're simply learning to honor your space, your body, your heart, and your mind. You're preparing sensibly. So when life throws you a curveball, you've already practiced catching it. So go ahead and give yourself permission to start small. Pick 1 or 2 of these tricks that feel easiest, maybe rearranging a shelf or sending that first message to an old friend. Notice how that action ripples out, giving you a bit more confidence today than you had yesterday. Then, when that feels comfortable, add another. Perhaps schedule a weekly stretch and chat session with your neighbor, or set up your tablet so it automatically reminds you of upcoming appointments. Each layer of habit adds a brick to the foundation of your self-reliance. As you settle into this journey, remember, progress isn't always a straight line. Some days will go smoother than others. You might forget to pause for gratitude, or a tech glitch might test your patience. That's okay. When that happens, gently remind yourself of the mindset resilience trick. You know how to reframe frustrations and find your calm again. Acknowledge the setback, then return to these practices without judgment. That ability to bounce back is itself a sign of strength. Before we wrap up, let's take a moment to appreciate how far you've come. Living alone after 70 might feel daunting at first, but look at all you've done. Shaping your environment, keeping your body moving, giving purpose to each day, nurturing connections, cultivating a positive mindset, and preparing thoughtfully for the unexpected. Those aren't just tips on a list. They're the blueprint for a life that's rich in independence, confidence, and joy. If you've tried any of these ideas or have your own tricks to share, I'd love to hear about them in the comments below. Your experiences could spark someone else's journey toward greater self-reliance. And if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content designed to help you thrive at every stage of life. We're all in this together, learning and growing, even when we're the only ones in our living rooms. Thank you for spending this time with me, and for taking these steps toward living your best life on your own terms. Remember, each choice you make, no matter how small, builds your confidence and honors your independence. Here's to you, to your strength, and to the bright days ahead. You've got this, and together we'll keep moving forward, one empowering moment at a time.